Most cats don't do this with other cats. You're on the couch, maybe scrolling, maybe staring into space, when your cat suddenly appears. No meow, no dramatic leap, just one soft, paw deliberate, calm, perfectly placed resting on your leg. And it stays there, not grabbing, not kneading, just holding. If you've ever felt that quiet touch and wondered what it really means, you're about to find out. Because this isn't random affection, it's not leftover kitten behavior. It's something far more extraordinary, a language your cat invented just for you. Stick with me through the next few minutes. By the end, every time that paw lands on you, you'll feel a rush of something deeper recognition, wonder, maybe even a little awe, and you'll never see your cat the same way again. 1. The language they built exclusively for humans. Here's what almost nobody talks about. Adult cats in the wild are mostly silent with each other. They talk through scent, posture, slow blinks, tail flicks, almost never sound. Meowing? That's a human invention. Cats learned it because we responded. Over thousands of years of living with us, they shaped an entire vocal language just to get through to us. The paw touch does something even stranger. It's not a wild behavior repurposed. It's not something they do with other cats when they want food, grooming, or company. Wild cats groom, they headbutt, they pile up to sleep, but this calm, sustained single paw rest, almost nowhere else in their world. Researchers call it social referencing. Your cat is watching you, reading you, then choosing the softest, most intentional signal they know you'll understand. Not a demand, not a performance, just reaching. Out of everything they could do, yowl, knock something over, stare, they picked this. The quietest possible way to say, I see you, I'm here. That specificity is everything. It means your cat didn't inherit this gesture. They built it. For you. 2. They're reading you more deeply than you ever realized. The paw doesn't come first. That's the part most people miss. Before that paw even lifts, your cat has been studying. You probably for longer than you think. A landmark study from the University of Lincoln showed cats track their owner's emotional state through tiny cues, facial microexpressions, shifts in posture, changes in breathing, even the tension in your shoulders. They're not just reacting to what you do, they're predicting what you're about to do. So when you go still, when your breathing slows, when you sink a little deeper into the couch, after a long day, that's when the paw often appears. Not because they're hungry, not because they want to play, because they notice something shifted inside you and they're checking in. It feels like attunement. The kind of quiet awareness you'd expect from someone who truly loves you and pays attention without making it a big deal. Your cat has been mapping you since the day they came home. Every glance, every sigh, every subtle change, they've cataloged it. And now, in a silent moment, they reach out. Not to fix anything, just to say, I'm tuned in. 3. The secret hidden in which paw they choose. Here's the part that still surprises even lifelong cat people. Research from Queen's University Belfast found that 75 to 80% of cats have a dominant paw, the one they trust most when something matters. Females tend to favor their right, males lean left, but the preference itself is rock solid and consistent. When the moment feels emotionally loaded, cats reach with that dominant side, their most precise, most intentional limb. Think about that next time your cat does it unprompted. If it's the dominant paw resting on you, quiet, relaxed, no tension, they're not just touching you. They're using their best tool, the hand they trust completely. You can test it yourself tonight. Hold a treat just out of reach for a few days and watch which paw shoots out first. Once you know, every future paw touch becomes a new conversation. Because when that trusted paw lands in a still moment, that's intention. That's your cat bringing their full self to the gesture. Some cats switch paws freely, no strong preference, and that's beautiful too. It doesn't mean less. It just means their language is even more personal. 4. What that touch does inside their own body. Go back to the very beginning. When your cat was a blind, helpless kitten, days old, they pressed their tiny paws against their mother while nursing. That motion wasn't just feeding. It triggered a flood of oxytocin, the safety chemical. It told their nervous system, you are somewhere good, you can let go. That wiring never disappears. It quiets down as they grow, but it never leaves. So when your adult cat places their paw on you and simply lets it rest there, their own body is responding. The contact reactivates those ancient self-soothing pathways. Their heart rate slows. Their breathing evens out. They're not thinking, you're my mom. They're feeling, this is safety. And right now, you are the source. That's why it often happens right before they close their eyes or curl up completely. The touch isn't only outward communication. It's inward regulation. They're using you the way they once used their mother to settle their nervous system. You didn't have to earn this with fireworks or constant play. You earned it by showing up consistently until safe started to feel like you. 5. The massive vulnerability they're choosing. Cats are built like living weapons. Every muscle, every reflex, every instinct screams, stay ready. 4 paws on the ground equals maximum escape speed. Lift 1 paw and you've just reduced that capacity by 25%. In the language of a predator-prey animal, that's enormous. A study on interspecies touch behavior published in Frontiers in Veterinary Science describes physical contact across species as a mutual vulnerability signal. Both parties become slightly more open, slightly less defended. For a cat whose entire survival strategy is speed and stealth, this isn't casual. It's a deliberate choice to lower their guard. When that paw rests on you without a single trace of tension in their body, your cat has decided you are not a threat. You are safe enough to stay a little less ready. Safe enough to be exposed. Not every cat reaches this level. Some live their whole lives in low-grade alertness, even with people they like. So if yours has ever given you that relaxed, sustained paw touch, you've received something rare and precious. 6. They didn't have to choose you, but they did. Here's the deepest truth. Most cats don't do this particular gesture with other cats. They groom, they sleep pressed together, they headbutt. But this quiet, deliberate single-paw rest, it happens almost exclusively in the space between a cat and the human they've decided to trust completely. A groundbreaking 2019 study from Oregon State University, published in Current Biology, revealed that 65% of cats form secure attachment bonds with their owners, the exact same style measured in human infants and their caregivers. And unlike dogs, who were bred for thousands of years to bond with us, cats domesticated themselves. They still choose every single day whether to lean in or hold back. There's zero evolutionary pressure forcing your cat to reach for you. No instinct demanding this connection. If they've created a private language, if they've lowered their guard, if they brought their most trusted paw to rest on you in a quiet moment, that is pure daily choice. A small silent act from an animal that never had to bond with our species at all and chose to anyway. So the next time that paw lands on your leg, don't just smile and call it cute. Feel it for what it is. A deliberate message from someone who invented a language just to talk to you, who reads your soul better than most people, who reaches with their best hand, who uses your touch to feel safe, who risks their own safety to stay close, and who out of every option in their world chose you. That little paw isn't just affection, it's everything. Drop a 1 in the comments if your cat has ever done this to you. I read every single one, and I genuinely want to know how many of us have been quietly chosen by these extraordinary little creatures. Because once you understand what's really happening, you'll never see that touch the same way again.